Okay, hello, beautiful meltheads, and welcome to the melted live stream. Excuse me, the melted live stream, where I will do my best attempt to show to you that mountains are nothing more than melted buildings in this crazy, crazy reality of deceptions. Truth is the most important thing we have, and the strongest weapon against anything, all the deceptions and everything you can think of. So feedback. Hold on. So it's important to be educated in this reality, and this is one of the most important truths you can know of, in my opinion, and that's why I dedicate so much effort and time in my life to reveal this to you, right? So there is many familiar faces in here, which is always good to see. You guys out there, make sure to share this out. If you have social media or friends or whatever, share it out so other people, new people, can come across this kind of stuff. And if you're very, very new to this whole idea, then make sure to watch my documentaries. As always, you will find a link to them down below, because everything is in there. That's why I made the videos, so I don't have to repeat myself a billion times. It's all in there, so you have to go back in time and watch some of these videos. Please take your time, do so, because it will be beneficial for you. So let's see here. Beautiful, beautiful meltheads. We got Buddha Girl in the house. Good to see you in the melt as always. We got Tell Me Why. Hi from Saskatchewan in Canada. Hello from Little Norway. Good to see you. And I am Kairos, of course. Good to see you, man. From Napa Valley. Got people all over the place. That's the beautiful part of this whole thing, because this message is spreading around like wildfire, and we got people knowing about the melt all over the place now, and that's one of the goals we have. So the parasites, the controllers, whatever you call them, don't can't bury this truth once again, right? We need to keep it in here, write books, make videos, share it on Facebook or Insta or whatever, tell your friends, show them photos, do all of this stuff, because it's very important. Very, very important. Let's see here. We got Natalie. You should look at coming to Thailand. It's always nice and warm here. Yeah, maybe in the future, if I ever can afford so, then maybe. But at the moment, no, I can't. It's 3 degrees here, by the way, so only 3 degrees Celsius before it starts to freeze outside, and then we'll get snow and ice and all that stuff. So that's gonna be interesting. Gonna try to keep myself warm. Got a fireplace and everything. So yes, we got Frank in the house as well. There. Hello, everyone. Hope all is well with everybody. I'm feeling pretty good today. Hope you guys are too. In the melt can be crazy sometimes, and a lot of thoughts and everything, but it's usually not that bad. And Della, hey, I made it. Hi, everyone. I live on a red brick remains in southern Utah. It's truly amazing what I can see now, since I've been learning how to see. Thank you, Joachim. Yes, you are very welcome. Glad to be able to help, and that's what keep me going. Yeah, and you guys, you're always so nice. Give some beautiful feedback, and yeah, gives me a bigger purpose. So that's why I do all of this. We got some people from Facebook too. We got Patty in the melt as well. Hello, Brick Love to you, and we got Dunkert as well. Hi, Sada. Okay, Patty is over here now on on YouTube. So, all right, all right. So we're gonna not talk too much shit. We're gonna look at some melt. I have 74 photos for you guys today. So let's take a look at those. Make sure to hit the like button if you want to take 2 seconds of your time to do so. That would be much appreciated. All right, so we gotta do full screen here so you can see everything properly. And I'm gonna present the photos and then jump a little back and forth. I will try to at least, so I can get some of the comments on the way, because I don't have 2 monitors, so I gotta jump back and forth. But I will try to catch up and yeah, pay attention. So I got photos from all across the realm as usual. I just go on Yandex and it takes me wherever it wanna take me. And yeah, it's all kinds of different melt. And here you can see one of them. You can see this red brick structure here, pretty good condition. And then look at the top here, how everything here is melting and churning together. It's melting over it here. Rock curtaining down over this piece right here. And you can see the brick here. Some of them are being compressed, it looks like, because they are thinner and longer now, not the standard brick shape in many of these. And then here, everything is just getting cooked together in here. Everything here melting. Look here. Nobody builds like this. You don't put up this pile of dog shit right here and then put a red brick structure on top like this. And of course you can see all of the red bricks inside all over here. So it's all been cooked out. And then you have these amazing tile floors, of course, which you can find. They dig this up all over the realm. You can find them under the ocean, which proves a flood. And yeah, basically this whole realm is just remains of some cataclysmic event. We all live in ruins and ashes, and nobody really pays attention to any of their surroundings. They're too busy watching TV and following orders, and therefore they don't have time to think, which is very sad. But I'm trying to help them to think, and this is the kind of stuff that people have to watch more of. Okay, they gotta unsubscribe from paying for shitty ass TV channels full of propaganda and useless sports and whatever. Not hating people watching sports, but it's kind of just a theater. So yeah, more melted remains. You can see some kind of columns here still. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 columns, which doesn't serve any purpose here. This whole thing is now melted into one huge chunk here, and it will never collapse. So why do you need support here? You don't, but it's remaining here. Used to be a brick archway or something, whatever, and something needed to be held up. It's all a building here. Look here, you got some roof structure. This is the kind of stuff they would call carvings, which is, of course, just nonsense. They told you when you were a naive kid at school. They told me too. I believed it for many, many years. But then Meltology reveals everything was a lie. And that's just how it is, okay? I don't decide what is true or not. Me, for some reason, can just see it, and therefore I'm gonna talk about it. So that's also very important. When everything goes to shit, if it ever do, then nobody can tell me, hey, I just sat there and did nothing, right? At least I've tried something. I don't know the result or what's going to happen in the future. No idea. I will take every day as it comes. But at least I'm trying. And everybody out there should too. Share this. Talk about the melt, please. It's very important. And there is many other YouTube channels who know about this kind of stuff, but they don't talk about it. And that's very suspicious to me. So you can see this red brick structure. This is a supposed World War II bunker. I've been talking about bunkers a little bit in the last 2 streams before this one, I think. The one with Mark and the one after. And I believe many of these bunkers to be remains of the old world and then repurposed into war bunkers. And you can see this one at the bottom here. Got a whole bunch of these balloon rocks. And it's all also tipping over. It's all now tipping over towards the beach here. Could of course be that everything here was built on sand, and the sand is being washed away from the flood waters here, and it tipped over. I don't know the reason for it, but just look at the damage on this whole thing here. Look at this mess. Got red brick, and of course more structure over here, all red brick as always. And look at it. Look what happened to it. It's just laying there in a pile now. What the hell did this? What happened to these structures? Stairs laying around here. You know, it's very strange indeed. So you got this little thing there. Just find this bunkers very interesting because I think this Second World War narrative is complete nonsense. So we just gotta think about it and see. So here is another just ridiculous construction. How they supposedly built like this with all these random ass boulders and rocks and everything, and then suddenly there is brick here, right? So something happened to it. You can see bricks inside this messy stuff right here as well. And the bricks transform when this cataclysmic event comes and fries everything. All the bricks transform and they turn into supposed rocks. Yeah, so when you go in the forest and you find supposed rocks, it's actually red bricks that's been mangled. See, you see brick in here. See, what's wrong with this bricklayer to throw some bricks in here and then some random stuff, and then okay, I'm gonna do it properly now, and then suddenly put the bricks perfectly up here, and then this stuff on top, it just doesn't make sense that it was constructed this way. This whole thing here full of brick and also full of this messy stuff here. You can see brick here in it, brick here, and then you see brick here, and then suddenly a rock, supposed rock, and then more brick. It's just a mess. Transforming bricks here, grain growth, balloon rocking, and more bricks up here. Just another site in ruins. And here too. Why the hell would you build like this, my friends? Okay, so you start here with, okay, first you lay all of this messy stuff and then you use red brick on the rest of it. It doesn't make any sense. So you got transforming bricks here too, and they turn into this stuff here. The bricks, when they get fried, they do magic tricks. See, you can see the bricks behind here too, and the inside, the core of the wall is all messy now. More bricks, just remains. People pass every day and they don't think about it. And here we got more transforming bricks, everything all rocked up now and blocked up. But of course, you got pockets of survival with bricks in here. Can assume it had archway this way and this way here. You can see here, of course, this archway all filled out here. And it's all remnants. You can see here everything churning together on these columns, pillars, whatever they are. Up here, more red brick. And where is the rest of the building? See, look at the top here. It's cooking together. Cooking. What happened to this building? Try to separate bricks from mortar and ask yourself, okay, where is the rest of this archway? Why isn't it laying down here somewhere, right? And the rest of the bricks here, why they're not laying here? They should just fall down if they did and should lay a chunk of bricks there, but it's not. So where is it? Maybe it melted and turned into so-called dirt or something. I don't know. And here in the middle of town, I think it's in Italy or something. Don't really care where it is because it's everywhere. But you got the town here and people going past here every day, and you just see, oh, damn, we live in ruins. Who built this, when, and why, and what is it? They don't ask these questions. They just think it's some donkey worshippers or something, and that they built this thousands of years ago, and they didn't even know what was on the opposite side of their villages or something. You know, they just think it's some dumbass ruins. But research the old world, also called Tartaria, and you will see that the exact opposite. So here we got some more remains of this highly advanced civilization, and it's sitting here in the middle of town, what's left of it, and nobody questions it. So you can see here the red brick structure turned into this. Look at it, turned into all these rocks. You can see bricks all over the place, bricks in here, more here. So some of the bricks survived while some of them did not, and they turned crazy, turned into all this stuff, just ruins. The people pass every day without questioning what it is. Okay, gonna see. There we go. This is the truth. It's obvious after you see enough research. Yes. So people gotta put in the effort and do the research. Okay, people gotta watch more than 5 minutes of some melted videos and actually put in the work and do the research and deprogram. Otherwise, you will never be able to see it. So it takes a while to deprogram sometimes, and if you're willing to learn, then put in the work. Okay, keep watching the videos, keep questioning, keep an open mind and heart, and then hopefully you will be able to see it. Because once you see it, it's obvious, it's everywhere, and we all agree to that, right? So here you see the bricks going crazy again, turning into supposed rocks. So how the hell do you build an archway with all this shit right here, right? All these random rocks and stuff. I mean, you just don't do that, okay? Because it's supposed to be, archways are very, very strong and durable. And when you look at it here, it doesn't look very strong anymore. It used to be brick. You can see brick in here, but they have transformed a little bit, and now it just looks like this. It's all cooked out. All these bricks here, look at them, cooked out. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got red bricks all over the place. Who the hell would ever build like this? Who the hell would ever build like this? Come on, guys. Look here. We got bricks all over the place. And then, of course, all these supposed rocks. So this is the brick transformation, going from brick and turned into rocks, expanding, and, it's all heat damage. See here, bricks, and then turn into rocks up here. Still have some bricks in the corner. Everything here turned to rock. Many bricks. And in here you can see the mangled bricks. You can see them expanding here. You see it's all red, like the red brick, but look at the shape of them. Change shape, grain growth, expanding. So they look like rocks now, but they still have their red color in them. So they turn into this, and then they got cooked further, and then they turn into this gray stuff. See here, got a little patch of brick, and then around it, surrounding it, it's all this other stuff. It's all cooked out here too. Why would a bricklayer do this? Use some brick in here, one in here, a little piece in here, and then, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna use this one here. You can see this one is still very red. Got a little one here. Yeah, it's all cooked out. And a massive gate here, possibly for taller people. One of these, also thoroughly cooked out. It's all cracked now. Look how dry it is. Look how the red bricks transformed in the archways. You can still see some of the bricks in here. And it's just broken off here. And, where is the rest of it? What is it supposed to be? What happened to it, right? So cracked and very, very damaged. And here we got a very good example of some crazy grain growth going on. You can see how everything here expanded into bigger blocks, or it's possible that you have an area like this and all the viscous bricks just melt together and turn into a big block like this, right? I don't know all the answers. I just see that something happened here. And of course up here as well. I mean, why the hell would you build like this? Why the hell would you put this ugly stuff in here when it doesn't look like you have a lack of red brick here? You have plenty, and then you do this. These have circles or holes in them too. That's interesting. I wonder if something used to go out here, stick out from it. Who knows? And here everything thoroughly cooked. You can see some bricks in there, while the rest just went rock and block. But you still see plenty of brick in here. Cooked out buildings. And here we got a patch of red brick all the way in the upper right corner, and then the rest not so bricky anymore. Thoroughly cooked. Looks fried here when you look at the whole thing. If you got the eyes to see it. And it's just in ruins now. It's just in ruins. And you still have some bricks in here. So some of them survived, lucky us, while the rest did not do so well. As you can see, all mangled. You got the dome, classic old world architecture with all these archways and domes and stuff, but it's all fried. This cataclysmic event is crazy. Got some more brick here. It destroyed everything in its path. And here too. Okay, so why the hell do you build like this? See, it's always the red brick. It's always the red brick. Every time. But then you suddenly see these supposed rocks here, and then some more brick. Who did this? I want to see the blueprints for these buildings, because it doesn't make sense to build like this. You melt heads out there, you know what this whole thing is, of course. But the new people, you gotta understand this whole thing here used to be red brick. But look what a cataclysmic event will do to this building. Look, you got bricks all over. You got the red bricks all over. All over. This whole thing here. See, it's all used to be brick. You just don't build like this. You just don't. It's that simple. Cooked out tower. You see popcorn blocks here. Some of them are popping out. And yeah, look down here. What's going on here? So everything is expanding here, popping out. Still have bricks in here, of course. Yeah, look what happened to the red brick. Very cooked out here at the bottom. Very cooked out. And here you got another very cooked out building. Yeah, you can, when you zoom in, you can see all of this. Have viscous holes in them. Thoroughly cooked. Very destroyed. Never built like this. Just look at it. This one is very weird. Here they got a different color. They're brown here and gray here. The core itself, just smaller rocks. Here you have one that's fallen off. One of these. Expanding. Okay, so here you see another melted remain, heat damaged. And again, you just don't build like this. The bottom, all rocks now. And then you go up here and you still see bricks in here. Some chunks of brick. And of course, these supposed rocks. Bricks transforming into this stuff. The left side, you got a crack in here. And of course, you got some brick in here too. A little bit. And it's very destroyed. Stairway. Got some brick, some rocks. cooked out. Okay, let's see. Building was built with rocks. Those are not bricks. Wake up, buddy. No, I mean, you gotta do some research here, my friend. Okay, because these bricks here, they transform during this cataclysmic event here. Okay, you gotta understand that all the rocks that you find, they used to be bricks. It's that simple. Brick transforms. Yes, they transforms when they melt and they get heat expansion. All this stuff happens, and yeah, it happens like that. Okay, so here, yeah, everything. You can see how this is the supposed mountain, and you can see up here. It's a built structure, but it has the same look and texture to it here. Yeah, so all rocked up now. You can still see a little bit of red color in here, but this is a result of this cataclysm. And here you got some more crazy melt. You got expansion going on right here. All the red bricks cooked into the supposed slate here. And here you got some viscousness going on. You can still see the brick lines in the melt. You can see it's melting down, expanding brick lines, block lines here. And grain growth, balloon rock. And yeah, thoroughly cooked out, mangled buildings. Okay. Here you have just this remnants here, and a little bit up here, while the rest here is, of course, so fucking melted. Got some block lines. This is the only thing left here. What is it for? What's the purpose of building this, right? Yeah, it's all buildings. There's a little bit on the other side too. And here we got a lot going on. So you come down here, you can see brick lines in here, and then you have these old walled buildings, just the very top of something, in my opinion, that looks very similar to some kind of component on this circuit board. It's been melted, of course, as you can see. And you got more remnants. And then here everything is too melted. And then you have more stuff up here. Little pocket of survival. And some more stuff right here. The rest melted, turned into mush and melted down like this. It's all melted down. Got more remnants here. And here is another wall structure sticking out from the melt. And here is more. Well, the rest turn into this stuff. Beyond recognition now, it's too destroyed. And of course, the very top, you got more pockets of survival and a little one here. So when you see the wholeness of this whole thing here, it's a massive building that's melted down, but you still have remnants on it. More melted structures with apertures in them still. More buildings. That's all it is here. You got one all the way up here. You got another aperture up here and here. So this is the kind of stuff, again, they will always claim like it's carved or some silly stuff like that, but it's all nonsense. You can see the brick lines through the melt. Goes up, look how straight it is, and then you have more buildings here. Look how straight it is. It's supposed to be naturally generated formations. It's all nonsense. It's all buildings here. And this one still remained very, very red. And it's melting down here, flowing down, and that's what people call a mud flood. Yes. And we got new people coming in here, or familiar faces. Oh my god, what's up with this guy here that's just repeating the programming? There is no point in doing so, my friend, because it's all nonsense. Here to here, good to see you. And we got IRS media somewhere. There we go. Good to see you too. And Big Jimmy in the house as well. Hello, Melthead. And Odin is here. And tell me why. I absolutely love learning about this hidden past. Very good. Very good. Okay, we move on. So here you have more melted remains. You got you can still see the brick lines in here, of course, and apertures in here. Okay, it's all a structure. So all a structure melted down, collapsing down on itself. Everything here melting down, turning into dust, dustified buildings, and everything behind it too. It's all melted here. Look at this melt. And here you got more. Yeah, it's very obvious you got melt. It's just dripping down here. Look at the texture and the wholeness of it and the whole building. You got apertures all over the place, archways, everything, and the whole thing is destroyed. Look here, more apertures. And it's all melt. It's called evidence, guys. And then you have this place right here. I got more sharper photos too, but you can see it from afar here. All this stuff is buildings, and you still have apertures in here. Okay, see, can you see this is a building? It's not a so-called mountain. It's nonsense, and the whole thing is full of openings, doors, windows, whatever it is. Then you have this thing here with a statue in it, and I will show you closer. There is two places that looks very similar with this stuff here. So you got apertures all the way here at the bottom, all the way. Nobody carved into here. It's all buildings. And apertures here all covered up and sealed shut from the melt, so you can't see them here, but you can see them here. Okay, and the background is all dust and nothing left there to really recognize. Here it is again, a better shot, so you can see it sharper. You can see the building up here still has openings in it. All the openings here. You can see brick lines in the melt. You can see the apertures here and everything here turning to ashes and starting to cover up itself. All this stuff down here getting covered up. So you can dig it up and probably find stuff under here. And then you have this one. This is another place. It's not the same place, but it has very similar melt with, of course, building here. Recognizable, you have brick lines in it, you got apertures, and then you have this thing inside here. Looks like some kind of statue in the melt. And then you have more building here. You can almost see the original facade with their designs and stuff here. Look at this melted structure. Apertures all over the place. Some wall right there. Brick lines. It's all melted here. And here we got some more brick cooked out. And look at the texture, it's melt. And that's the first place again. We had seen it, but here is the photo. If you want to see again from a slightly different angle, this whole thing, melted buildings. And here. If you want to find the locations, then take a screenshot, crop out all this extra nonsense around it, and do a reverse image search, because I'm not going to memorize all the locations. I don't have that big of a brain capacity or memory. Okay, so here you just have this wall thing standing here by the floodwaters. It's very, very cooked out, of course, but then you have this aperture in it. I mean, is this supposed to be plate tectonics doing this stuff? A straight up wall growing out of the ground? It just doesn't make sense. And then put a hole in it. So you got pockets of survival like this. And here in the distance, you see the very top of something. And then everything here turned to ashes. And then some wall. And then more melt, melt, melt. Huge melt and swelling here. I think I have a better photo of this area. And then, of course, you got more pockets of survival here. Inherited infrastructure that was already here. People are still here drying their clothes and shit. You know, you can still live in here and use it. It's all part of this building here. That's, yeah, very melted and destroyed. Let me see what we have. Might not have a better or another photo. I don't remember, to be honest. And here you got more apertures, pockets of survival. You got a little bit of structure right here, some wall. And then some more wall here with aperture. And you got more apertures down here. Cooked out brick. Apertures here, some column. Got something here as well. Everything melting down. And then you have another pocket right there. A little bit here. Here. Little stuff sticking up all over the place. Some wall here. Little pockets of survival for the meltheads. And here we got this whole thing here. Survived, or parts of it survived here, while the rest now has this so-called mountain look to it. This is what the building turned into, but some of it is still sticking out from the melt. Got brick lines in here. It's going all the way down here. Excuse me, I need some water. Okay, so we got the building going down, and there is more stuff here, while the inside here it's all thoroughly melted and cooked. So it's all a melted structure with pockets of survival. And the bigger one in the background is just a mound of melt now, and they call it a mountain. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do some comments and check out what's going on. I'm finding that the unconscious people that I could tolerate being around, I'm having trouble keeping my toleration of them anymore. Anyone else like that? Yeah, same here, bro. If their brain capacity and critical thinking capabilities are just very low, then it's too frustrating to be around these people, because you can't talk properly, because you gotta pretend all the time, right? And you gotta just pretend to participate in their nonsense conversations about some football game or some politics actor on the TV or some nonsense. You know, it's very, very frustrating, and that's why I usually don't spend too much time with these people, because you can't talk about stuff that matters, right? Where is this? It's everywhere, Charles. So just if you want to find the location, screenshot it and reverse image search, and I'm pretty sure you should be able to find the place. Yes. And let's see, we got Mark in the house too. Good to see you. Boots on the ground King. Did a live stream with him like a week ago or something. So check it out if you haven't. So here we got more pockets of survival, just sitting here. You got a little bit of stuff here. You got some tech looking like a spark plug, whatever it is. It's very fried now. And it's going down. You got apertures down here, and you got more structure, pockets of survival down here with more apertures. And of course, the main thing, full of spark plug looking tech on it. Okay, so it's all components on some kind of circuit board system. Free energy and everything. Yeah, it existed, and it might exist now, even though this realm is fucked up. I had a thought the other day, lightning and stuff, lightning strikes. What if that's just some short circuit still going on from the dome and down, and you still, have electricity jumping around like crazy? I don't know. They tell us it's clouds crashing in together and creating this electric charge. Could be, but what if it's still malfunctioning and short circuiting and we get lightning that kills people? I don't know. Who knows, right? But everything is a lie, so how, it's possible. More red brick structure is melted. Yeah, it's all melted. Going up here, aperture up here, and basically beyond recognition, you can see dripping down here. It's all melted structures. It's not generated from plate tectonics because they only exist on a globe, and a globe doesn't exist, so it's very easy. Here, just a melted pile of building with apertures and everything you need, all melted and collapsed down on itself, and it looks like this now. And they will, of course, always claim that somebody carved in here, because they had to explain these melted structures with some bullshit lie. Yeah, just like they explain everything else with some bullshit lie. Okay, so I'm just handing you the raw truth here. So you just gotta let go of your ego and start to question all of these things, because it's really not that difficult. But you just have to enter the realm of, the realm of truth, and understand how demonic this reality really is, and what kind of entities control humanity. And for many people, that can be a little bit frightening. That's why people have a difficult time to accept this truth or something. I don't know what it is, but so many people, thousands of people, have managed to do it. So I don't understand why there are so many people still living in denial. And even people that realized NASA and all their lies, that's a pretty deep, big lie, right? The globe thing. Even a ton of those people cannot question this so-called geology explanations, right? And the formations down here on this flat plane. Okay, so you understood everything in the sky is a lie. So everything on the ground here is also a lie. It's it's not that difficult, guys. Yeah, you got a pocket of survival here, and some melt and turned into ashes, and yeah, just some melt. Here is this one again, very far. So you see this, and you see apertures going all the way. So you got pockets of survival here, and everything else turned to dust here. Nothing remaining, but it's buildings that's turned to ash. It's too melted. Okay, excuse me, my throat. So here you have a pile of building. You got a little bit of stuff at the top here. You got another one right there sticking out. It's not the best photos. I can't zoom because then it will look like this and you can't really see it. But I think you got some walls and stuff. You got stuff sticking out on this whole thing here. And then here you just got, ashes. Everything here, ashes. Oh, here is this place again. Just a little better photo, I think. I can zoom in a little bit so you can see the pockets of survival here. This wall, and then you see it's getting expanded here and very, very melted. It's melting down a lot in this area. Still have walls going through here. This one is bent downwards and twisted a little bit. Yeah, you got pockets of survival there, and of course more stuff here. These buildings and everything around it is just ashes. And more stuff here. All right, so you got this melted structure with apertures still visible in here, and everything melting down, flowing away from itself. And here you have a footprint of something. Something used to be here, but it's very melted. Another main wall here with stuff inside. Fried circuit board, whatever it is. And then, of course, everything here. Very melted. You can see layers of melt on top of each other, and everything is melting down. All here, buildings. And here it is again. You got the same thing here, footprint of something. And then it looks like you have some kind of wall going here. Then you have something more here. Something that used to be here. And then piles here, some stuff. Don't know what's going on here in this area. And it's just, yeah, an area of ashes. And here is a good one. Good melted structure. Here you have remnants on the top. Yeah, and you go down here, and then you can see this part of the building is all melted into the rest of it, but it's still a structure here. Very recognizable, with some columns and stuff in the melt here. And then you have apertures all around this whole thing. I got a photo from the other side too. But you have apertures down here. Here you have some archway with a little bridge crossing or something. And the whole building is just very cooked out and melted. What's going on down here? I can't really tell. And of course some canyon. Supposedly carved from water flowing in 1,000,000 years. Nonsense. Here is the other side of this whole thing. And you have more apertures here. And more stuff down here and here. And yeah, the whole thing. Very melted. So a pocket of survival all across this whole thing here. It's melting down, melting down, melting down. And here is the same place. A little better photo. Sometimes the first photo is not the best, so I grab a few more, and you can see this, the structure right here. With the columns here, what are these for, right? And down here, this little archway with this path, walkway, trail, whatever it's called, going over, and then you have apertures here. And down here, you have more openings into this whole melted structure. And this one, very red photo, but you can see, look at this formation here, how straight and square it is. So it's all a building turned into this mess. Turned into this messy mess. And everything here thoroughly cooked out and so damaged you cannot recognize it very well as buildings anymore. Just another structure sticking up here, melting. And you can see lines going across. And on this one too, it's all lines. horizontal lines from horizontal bricks, very cooked out. And this kind of photos is for the trained eye and not for the new people, but I keep on watching if you're new, and you will hopefully start to see a pattern here because the heat damage is the same all over the place. I'm gonna do a few comments here. Let's see here. I think mud flood was the most recent reset, 1800s. Yes, I think something happened in the 1800s as well. Yeah, I think this whole cataclysmic event is actually pretty recent, talking 200-300 years possibly. That's what I aim for now at this point in my research. I've been 2.5 years into this research or so about, and this is stuff that I will still talk about in the future, and hopefully we can get a timeline here. And we gotta look at the trees as well, because they will be able to tell us a lot when they started to grow back and the age of the trees and everything, right? They leave big clues for us. So trees very interesting vegetation and stuff, and yeah, we gotta figure everything out together. Let's see. Volcanoes still hot. Yes, volcanoes still hot. Could tell us that this event was pretty recent and shit is still hot inside the ground. Maybe there are buildings that still melted, right? Because they tell us, oh, it's a ball with magma inside and stuff, but we know, hey, that's not true. So why is it hot inside? What's in there, and why? They spread the truth across the matrix. You just gotta be clever enough to piece it all together. Yes, sacred knowledge, aka universe. That is true. You gotta piece it all. They tell us all the time through music and movies and subliminal messages, all this stuff. I've been thinking about moving to Mars, somewhere in the Devil's Island area. Yeah, Devon Island is that what it's called? That's where they filmed this fake Mars missions. Those space people. It's actually pretty funny how the people still believe in the space propaganda nonsense illusion. It's very crazy. We got Della with a $20 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's actually gonna help out a little bit because and the 3rd of December I'm going to USA for 3 months, and it's gonna help me out. So thank you, Della. I appreciate that. And Mark, gotta run, much love, and fire evidence. Yes, Mark, see you later. And you guys, if you haven't checked his channel, check out. I will post a link here. Okay, so I will one second, guys. I'll post a link for you guys in the chat, which you gotta check it out if you haven't. Right there. Linktree/Meltology channels, easy to remember, easy to share, and there you can find a link to all the Melthead channels talking about this stuff. So you have endless amount of content to watch to get educated and to get to know the Meltheads better and get to know the community better and see what we are all about. So go in there, subscribe and bell them all, and you will always be able to see. Yes. Okay, and Deborah, I have to go. Yes, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, we move on with the photos and the melt. So here you have pocket of survival right there, and you can see everything cooked into block lines here. Very, very damaged. Very damaged, and this is what they would call sedimentary layers. And but they always gotta have some kind of bullshit explanation. Like I told you, it's all nonsense. It's nonsense. Geology is all fraud, And they misdescribe everything down here on the ground, while NASA misdescribes everything up in the sky. It's all illusions, my friend. Welcome to the realm of illusions. And here you have come across a channel that gives you the whole truth about this stuff that we see. It's all melted structures. We live on top of a ruined wasteland. It's all melted structures. You can see stuff here. You can see remains of apertures. You can see it cooked into block lines here. Heat expansion, apertures all over the place. And here you see this wall with a door inside. Hey, what has doors and windows? Buildings. Got a stairway, another door here possibly. At least it's a square. And then you have some graffiti, whatever up here. Hijacked symbol, by the way. Hijacked by the cult of religion. Not hating on religious people. I just don't believe it myself. For various reasons. And yeah, you see the melt all across the fried circuit board, hologram, earth, whatever it is. Here you see a pile of cooked out brick. You can see brick lines in the melt here. You see this very unnatural looking thing right here. And you see another one here. And you go up and you see a little bit of stuff here. Some openings with more building here, cooked out brick, of course. A doorway into it here. Just little pockets of survival. You also have something here. Don't know what it is. Sometimes they pave it as well for the tourism. And here you see this melted structure here. I mean, come on, guys. Would you put a building here that's only a meter wide, and then there is no space to use here inside? So this building here is fused into the rest of the melt. You can see the horizontal lines from the cooked out brick. You see a little bit more structure right here, same as this one, just up here. The rest is gone. More brick lines. We got pockets of survival fused into the melt. See, it's in the melt here. See the brick expansion here, and more pockets of survival. Huge swelling going on right there. Brick lines, brick lines, brick lines, brick lines. Collapsed, melted. Okay, so here you see similar stuff, just stuff going into the melt here. It's going into the melt. I mean, what's the purpose of this here and here? See it going into the melt, and here as well, it's going into the melt. So little pockets of survival here, aperture here. More very cooked out brick right here. I mean, what's this for? Doorway here. Are you gonna climb at the side here and risk falling to your death every time you're going inside? And yeah, it's very cooked out. But still, for us, the melt heads, it's still recognizable. You can still see, hey, it's a building. This whole thing is. Got the melt. Look at the texture here. And of course, more building at the bottom. Pockets of survival. Lucky us, so we can explain this shit. And here you got popcorn blocks right here, expanding out, popping out. And then look at the melt here. Look at the brick lines. Melted, compressed. Brick lines, brick lines. With more structure up here. Everything in ruins, as always, but you have, of course, building like features like archways, apertures, and stuff. And you got everything going block here, and of course you have these nice floors again. with the rest of the building gone. Where is the rest of it? Got another floor here. So it's all melted structures. Little remains here at the top, melted remains. You can see the texture and everything here, it's all melting. And then some more stuff barely sticking up. Looks like this one is barely sticking up here. The dome with some stuff on the sides, whatever component or whatever what it used to be. It's probably down below here now. Just some stuff and yeah, pocket of survival up there. And here looks like an older photo. You got a little bit of columns and everything is in ruins here. It's all destroyed. It's just building debris all over the place here. And then you have these pockets of survival sticking out. While the building here is all melted. Here it's all ash, a pile of ash. Two cooked out. And you got this here with swelling and expansion going on here. Pocket of survival. Look at this mess. And of course you got stuff here. You got some kind of domed structure with a tall ass thing. Got pockets of survival all over the place. I don't know where it is, but you have them all over the place sticking up. All the bricks laying here in a pile, and you got this concrete mold designs on the pillars. And then you have the brick here, and then they're going block, and here you still have an exterior layer of concrete, and the bricks have been churned up while the mortar is still here, it looks like. They've been churned up a little bit. And of course, everything else in ruins. And here we got brick down here, then some block, then some brick, then some block. I mean, who the hell builds like this? More brick down here. Ruins. Everything is ruins. And you got some stuff here. While everything else is very melted. Got some more pockets up here. Looks like they tried to do some repair work on this one. In more modern times, you can see the different stuff here on this one and on this one. Some concrete repairs on something that's completely destroyed. What's the purpose? And you got more ruins here, very melted and collapsed. Very melted and collapsed. Here it is again. So you can see the melted structures and remains right here. You see an archway going into it here, into the building. And you see another one here. More melted structure. See, it's all structure here, melting and collapsing. And then the very top, little bit of pocket of survival, and the rest very melted. And here, little bit of stuff inside the melt here. Yeah, you got this brick structure here, melted. And the bottom here, it's very, very melted. All this, and then you have this wall going down. And look at the texture. It's been thoroughly cooked. And then more stuff down here. We also have some very straight lines, aperture looking thing right there. Okay, we go next. And here you have this, got a few photos of this place. I think you have this one just melting down and collapsing. You can see the lines here, it's melting down, but it still has apertures in it. I think I have a little better photo while you have all these remains here, totally in ruins. All in ruins. Look at the melt. Look what happened here. Yeah, it's very, very cooked out. Probably not a lot of people being able to live in this area anymore, but some looks like you have some drying of clothes or something going on right here. So I assume some of them can be livable. Here you have some more tech in this little pocket of survival here. It's all wasteland here. Let's see. Here it is again, better photo. You can see the bigger structure here. Small melted down. Sorry. And you have apertures going into it here and here. And a little bit of building going into it here and here as well. This whole thing melting down must have been a very massive component here with a lot of electricity to melt it so much. But you still have this in very good condition. You can see here how local the destruction had to be, how specific it was to turn the building like this here right next to it, while this one is almost untouched here. Look at the tech here. It's technology, guys. You can still see the swelling here and apertures, of course, down here at this level too. Very, very X-factored. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, here it is again. Just a different shot. If you like it, you can see it there too. And here you got this pile of melt here, but you can still see some very straight stuff inside here, apertures, whatever they are. You got stuff here. You got openings still into this melted mess right here. Very melted. And this one again, oh my goodness. And of course you got this very, very famous location. It's no exception. It's also fried components. Look at this place from an aerial view from above. And you can see it looks exactly like a melted circuit board. And you got apertures going into it here. They will call it all nonsense, like water erosion, like this brain dead school programming. It's all melted. You can see here on these big blocks, it's all been fried and melted. I did make a video on Egypt a long time ago. You will find it on my channel with tons of photos from this Egypt area, and it's all X-factored as well. It's never built with these big ass blocks. It's all expanded red brick. You can see on top of here better shots from the top here. It's all bricks expanded. It's all X-factored. No exception. This whole realm is. So they tell us ancient Egypt. It's all bullshit. It's the same civilization all over the place is what it looks like. Yeah, heat damaged and melted. Yeah. Is this supposed to be water and wind erosion? Like the geology fanboys claim all the time. And water don't erode anything like that, okay? You need something in the water to flow with the water and flow with the water so it can dig into stuff. So when rain just comes down, it just doesn't do anything to structures like this. Yeah, it's all melt. You can see apertures in here. Fried pockets of survival. And this one, a lot going on here. The melt. You can see it's brick structures, as always, because it had to be collapsed. Apertures here. And of course, plumbing coming out of these buildings. That's what they call waterfall, or that's what waterfalls are, and rivers and shit. It's all plumbing. Plumbing. Look here. It's coming from the buildings. What the hell? Oh, it's plumbing leaking because it's destroyed now. It's very simple. So you got melted structures, very melted in this area. Very melted. Let's see what we find. Yeah, very melted. Thoroughly cooked out. Red brick. Then you suddenly have some melt here. This part of the structure suddenly very melted with an aperture in it. Got archways, got red brick. Yeah. Oh, we got more fun stuff right here. So look at the transition here. It's going from this bricks into this. It's melting now. Look here at the mess here. So do you build here? Like you're gonna build this building and then you just put a wall here and then what the hell is going on here? And then you continue the building here on top of this. You build here like this on top of this. I don't think so. You need a stable foundation to build. So it's all cooked out. Good area here for melt heads. And here you got just stuff, pockets of survival all over the place. At the very top you see some buildings, and then of course all over here a little bit of remains, melted remains. Still has tons of apertures, still a lot of doors and windows, whatever they used to be, into the building that's here. And you still see a little bit of the building and a little bit of the building here. Look at all this stuff. It's very easy. It's not that complicated. And here you got a column and you see the melt, the texture in here. Look at the texture. Melt, viscous holes, air trying to separate. And here, aperture and everything melting here. And now it has this so-called supposed mountain look to it. I think there is more from this location. You got an aperture into the melt as well. Nobody carved this stuff here, okay? You don't carve this stuff, it's nonsense. Here is more structure in the rest of this. Look at this stuff here. Look how bubbly it was. And then, of course, some square thing right here. Are you supposed to carve this? Why? What do you use it for? To spend a lifetime to carve this? Look at the texture. Look here. Melted. And here we got more structure with apertures. Very, very cooked out. And brick lines in it. And a lot of viscous holes as well. Viscous holes and brick lines all the way. And here is a better shot of this place. I think we saw this earlier, this footprint of something that used to be here. You have this ring wall and then another wall here with stuff here, you know. You can clearly see that it used to be structures here and now it's just rubble and you can barely see. You can barely see it, but you can see it and you can understand what it is if you understand meltology. Okay? that was my photos. That was my photos for today. Beautiful melt heads. So I hope you guys enjoyed those. I hope you saw something interesting, and I hope you learned something. And I hope you're further on your way to truth. You know, keep watching the videos. Go to Meltology channels, the link tree that I posted. I'm gonna post it again. Sit in the chat for the people watching later. I'm gonna put it on the screen too, so you can always find it there. And it's also in the description box. Go there, subscribe them all, bell them all, and you will have so much content that if you watch them all, you should be able to see it eventually. But you gotta put in the effort, okay? That's what you gotta do. Okay, let's see. Elephant, yes. You like my elephant? It was photos or paintings that was already here when I moved in here, and I like the paintings. There is another one. You can't see it, but it's over there. It's a ship. Yes. So you guys, beautiful melt heads. I'm gonna end the live stream. I'm just gonna give you a little shout out here. Hello. I think it was melted and not caused by a big flood because water can't do this to structures. The evidence tells us it's all fried and melted, and we've seen thousands and thousands and thousands of photos, and it all shows the same. Wherever you go, you see the same kind of damage. So don't get me wrong, there was a flood, but it came during or after this event, and that's what we call the ocean now. So there is more water than what it's supposed to be. Where the water came from, there is many theories. We got a crack in the sky, and also all the plumbing is now, it's leaking and water is going everywhere. So, maybe that created the oceans. I don't know, but there is more water than what it's supposed to be. Thanks again for keep breaking down the road. Yes, I'm glad you enjoyed a little bit of melt. IRS media, come to Canada. It's good for you. We can go to the Bonachir caves when he drains the water in spring. Maybe I will go to Canada, maybe not. I'm not sure where my journey will go exactly, because I plan to travel a little bit around in USA as well. Possibly a trip to the red melt of Utah, but I'm gonna have to figure it out based on what I can do and what I can't do. Also want to go down to Alabama, meet Mark. Gonna take a look into that. Maybe do some boots on the ground live streams with him. I don't know. I'm just gonna be in USA for 3 months and then do as much stuff as I can while I'm there. That's the plan. So yes, beautiful melt heads, everyone in there. I'm gonna end the stream. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your presence and your time, and hope you enjoyed. Share this out, please. If you came this far, yes, Mark is here. Yeah, I might come down to Alabama the next 3 months. I might. So I will let you know, and we will figure it out. Yes. Okay, guys. Bye, and have a good time, and be kind, be good, eat healthy, and stay in the melt. And I'll see you next time. Yeah.